without further ado, I want you to give a very, very warm welcome. I'm delighted to have this opportunity to speak to you today, and I want to thank Steph, the Glasgow cabbie as he's known, for organising this chance to get rid of this crap. They are trying to force their values onto the rest of us. They're doing it through law and organised. Check out the Scottish Union for Education, and hopefully we can all do something extraordinary in the years to come. Thank you.
Not to be among this freedom-loving throng today. If 𝗵𝗲𝗄 thinks Scotland will just roll over the hard-won freedoms, he's in for a shock. Thanks for raising your voice today. Have a great day and go to bed knowing that you have struck a blow for freedom. Thank you, Richard. A warm welcome, please, for Rosemary Cameron.
Hello there. Hi. Right. I've been to a few funerals in my time, but I speech in Scotland, home of the Enlightenment, in Edinburgh, the Athens of the North, outside Holyrood Palace, where John Knox had ding-dong arguments about religion. The Scottish Parliament behind me was meant to give Scots a voice.
He is the chairman of the Scottish Family Party, Leo, but it's being dealt with. And Judge
law has fallen into the long sleep. Let daughter do likewise.
Organisations that are here to think about how we can.
Interesting analysis of the Scottish Government.
Hello. You've not only put in danger us all of breaking the law by thought or emotion. Mark Twain once said, we all have the thoughts that should shame the devil. The SNP now want us punished for them. Well, they're
law. They inadvertently, or shall I say deliberately, attack the majority of law-abiding citizens. And they become us. Big brother.
And then I want to take my eye off them, even if they're in a straitjacket. But it's not all doom and gloom, guys. It's alright. It's not all doom and gloom. The police. It's alright. It's not all doom and gloom. The police want to protect their communities.
Never.
Am I naive in thinking that? Do you really want to be 𝗵𝗲𝗄's dogs? Test, and I intend on passing that test. How would you like to be remembered? Everyone here. Would you like to be remembered as? Now we've got a lot of amazing speakers after. Well, I thought I was going to be in the middle of it at the end, but we've got lies at rest, as their God with his image blessed, the friend of truth.
Her dreams blew up in smoke. We celebrate the Union, for to sleep at night we'll sing joyfully in song. The Union flag is...
under the scrutiny of Police Scotland now with this new Hate and Crime Act. Tell us why you're here today first of all.
Penises and gay men don't have vaginas, that could be construed as a hate crime.
So this whole idea of stirring up hate, right? I mean, anyone can decide it's anything. You can just come and ask questions or say things and get penalised. What do you think? Are you encouraged by today and what you do with people here together?
Well, especially when they're up here, you know, because it's Scottish and it's all like, you know, they're bringing all that. It's been really good to see different groups coming together and groups that might on other subjects completely disagree with each other. But when it comes to this, it's about, you know, if we can show that when it comes to certain subjects, yes, we do stand together. It's ridiculous. Like, I can be reported for the content that I've created, or that I am creating, if somebody sees it in Scotland. I don't have to be in Scotland to create it, right? And I'm staying somewhere in like an area bed and breakfast, and the person I'm staying with, I think might have some slightly different views on the whole sex and gender thing from me. So even if I said to her, lesbians don't have penises, she could go, oh hello Police Scotland, anonymous, yeah, alright, I'd like to report this dude for simply speaking about what a homosexual is and isn't. So
it's exactly what George Orwell talked about, and earlier Stuart
if he was around today, George Orwell, he'd be like, even he could not have imagined this.
And you know, the whole idea that children are going to be persecuted, there are reports on everyone, it's like a 𝘀'{STASI} situation.
12-year-olds, right?
Well, I'm encouraged like you about, you know, being on a panel with people, being on the platform where people were pastors, people that were religious, secular, unionists and Republicans, like together, people with all different views on a range of things, but the fundamental principle that if we don't have free speech and freedom of expression, we don't have any of the other freedoms. So thank you for your work, man. We'll support you in that, right? Like with Voltaire, we believe in the right and we'll die for the right for someone to say something that's offensive to us. We don't agree with, because that's the only way that we can convince anyone of anything and have true freedom.
The rest is just an authoritarian dystopian nightmare. No.
Thank you, good to speak to you. Here, let's do some more stuff together. Well done. Great. So I'll give you your number. Text me, yeah? So we've got it, and then we can work out some more stuff. Yeah, Alan. Alan, yeah. Good man.
Very much to see him.
Alright.
Okay.
We go into the Holyrood.
Alan Miller.
Yeah. Holyrood Hotel if you want to join.
And otherwise I'll see you this evening anyway.
Alright, cool.
Hi Alan, I just wanted to introduce myself.
Yeah.
My name is Radoslaw. I've been live streaming those protests since 2020.
Oh, have you? Well done.
So it's the first time we were meeting, but I've been having conversation with many leaders, because there were so many movements like Save Our Rights. We didn't have time to catch up.
Yeah.
We're connected on Facebook. I understand you're busy, but would you mind joining me on podcast?
Absolutely, I'd love to.
Because we need to, I believe in activism and democracy.
Yeah, go on, he's looking for his mic. There he is, Paul. Straight down there. Yeah, sorry, he's got his mic.
That's okay. I believe in democracy.
Yeah, give me
and
your, or take my details. Right, this is the address. Hibernian Supporters Club. Hey, Kai. Yeah? Alright, mate. Great. Okay, so do you want to give me your details?
Yes.
Right, I did say yeah, we're organising.
I'm also Polish. We had this adventure with overthrowing communism. I was too young if you remember this, but that was close history.
Alright, Radek, really good to meet you, yeah? Let's organise it. Are you based here in Edinburgh?
No, I'm from Yorkshire.
Alright, good man. We're going to do something in Leeds soon, I hope. Thank you. Nice
James and Thomas.
So we're here just at the end of the 𝗵𝗵𝗶𝗵 protest.
So this is
and John Watt, who many of you we're going to stand together.
I can see organizer.
Well done, Steph.
All the best, and thank you. And why did you decide to take this on? You're correct to do it, but why did you decide that this was your issue that you wanted to stand on?
Successful
Nicholas Sturgeon resigned only 5 weeks later.
Which was welcoming time for all of Scotland. I'm surprised the 𝗀𝗴𝗵𝗴𝗃 did not resign as an MSP with their 3 champions, or 3 wide instructions on the offing.
This wanted to out there,
Murderous crimes.
Hundreds of
well, you obviously got good support to other TV channels, obviously got to support you as well. We just need to find out where the Gordon Young Nation is doing it, so we can go up and see the guys, because the guys will come up for comedy, which has also been affected. And the guys are coming up to me, hopefully abusive, and I've got to find the ticket and find out where they are. Thanks very much, 𝘀𝗵𝗁𝗏𝗏. 𝘀𝗵𝗏𝗏's got a channel as well, is it?
𝘀𝗵𝗏𝗏 Facebook. If you want to subscribe to it, in fact, you just go on, follow the page, and they'll lead you to get it on.
Yeah, fantastic. Congratulations on a great turnout.
Hi there. I came to introduce myself. I'm a Polish guy. I was live streaming protests since 2020, since the beginning of lockdown. I'm a citizen journalist. I commented on your post. I drove all the way from UK to
incredible, thanks very much. That's an incredible journey. Thank you.
Welcome. Would you like to join me on the podcast perhaps?
I'll join you in a podcast once I've got some time. You can contact me in a week or so. I don't know how to set up a podcast.
I can set this up. If you've got a laptop with the camera.
Got a phone.
Smartphone with camera. Yes. In free time. So obviously today we're hectic and
listen,
noisy.
thanks a lot for coming along, and I'll be happy to do a podcast with you.
Yes.
Just for the distance you've travelled alone.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Thanks very much. All the best.
Thank you.
There's a violent overthrow and clash between these two worlds. That is followed by so that's a political gamble. What should we reverse the violence? Redistribution. However, so land grab who's got an agenda and then that's a website in Scotland came across this.
Mary. Yeah. But ours is like that.
I'm still live.
What do you like for me?
What do you make of today's day? Reactions?
Yeah, well, I think just bringing in these draconian policies acts is tantamount to his belief system, and I think it's reflective of his underlying fascistic ideas towards this country. It's reciprocated in the actual bill and act that he wants to enjail his Scotland's here if he gets his 𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗵. I don't really care if I'm the use of 𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗵 or 𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗵, and I don't care if and I don't want to see him put people under house arrest, which is already done for calling him a racist, which he is.
I'm Polish. We were under communistic regime.
Yes, you'll understand that.
We understand this.
Yes,
Actually, people were wearing radio resistors in their clothing.
Right.
It was secret language because we recorded, but then, it was a different time. Members of opposition, journalists, politicians, they were.
SNP are underlying a Marxist party. This is this is not just happening in the UK. This is happening all over, and because of the 𝗵𝗵𝗆 and that's right. That's exactly right. So she's part of it as well.
Ursula von der Leyen, she just said
part of it
on the recent Davos meeting that her job is emergency, but misinformation and disinformation. So she was deliberately put in place to install this fascistic.
That's completely correct. I mean, and I love the Poles as well, so a big shout out to all the Poles as well. Unfortunately, you've got one of the globalists now in charge. Is Tusk not in charge now? Who's the leader of Poland?
Prime Minister used to be President of the European Union.
So he's one of them as well. He's just a shell for the globalists as well. So Tusk, isn't it?
Yes,
Tusk. So I mean, he's just a shell. Yeah, I think the guys you had in last, I don't know what happened to them, but I don't know where they were in the political spectrum. But those guys you had in last seemed to be know what they were doing as well, and they were correct about a lot of things as well. Anti-Islamic, anti-fascist, anti-communist. I mean, they obviously understood because the Poles have suffered under communism before, and before that under national socialism and Islam. They rescued Europe from Islam as well in the siege of Vienna. So the Poles have a greater understanding of what happened. The Poles helped rescue Britain in the Battle of Britain. There was many. There was a Polish division of pilots who helped in the Battle of Britain. So the Poles have had a great input into European politics and fighting against authoritarianism. So I mean,
we've been through this change. 48 years. You might believe me or not, but
no, I do. I know, understand, and
I've been live streaming protests since 2020, just happened to me by accident, but I was completely shocked. Twice I witnessed police in the UK, just were resembling one-to-one police people arrested.
And this has just been replicated. They're not coming up with anything new. They're just replicating the communist ideals. They've read probably 𝘀𝗵𝗆𝗄𝗃 in uni, thinking they're all a bunch of radical progressives, they're calling it actual communists, and they're just implementing communist ideals. We've seen it all before, it's been happening for the last 100 years.
And not just this, because they're drawing lessons. Like, if you think like what happened in Eastern Europe, the whole Eastern Europe had a revolution. This was moral revolution. So people regained morality, because the system was so corrupt, so oppressive, that people rebelled, right? And they congregated. That's why priests were attacked, preachers, because they were moral leaders of the country. So notice what was attacked first, or like turned into vaccination center first. Churches, places of worship, they just draw the lesson from the past. So that was the first point where they addressed, they say, keep anti-social distancing, don't talk to each other, don't meet your neighbor. It was all lesson from the past. You know, it's just improving the game. Same regime.
But what they've changed it now. What they've done, rather than being a class war, where it's a class struggle which was under the communistic things, they've now changed it to race, gender, sexual orientation, and they've changed it slightly, so it's gone from class communism to these different sects, what the Frankfurt school did and the Paris school, changing these communist ideals as well. So they've changed it slightly to try and increase it or improve it. But it's just a different emphasis.
It is just divide and conquer. It's just to demoralize society.
That's right.
The bottom of this is like, I mean, the spine of this new system is fascist, because you've got unelected government with business, colluding with business, creating monopoly. That's why they want to destroy farming. They want to take everything, every possible industry, energy. They got already internet, social media platforms, etc. Now they're going for farmers. This is last industry starting in Europe. Everything else we're importing.
That's right. No, you're exactly right. I mean, everything you've said is exactly right, and it's a big shout out to the Poles to start to stood against communism as well. It is getting imported here. What we've got is globalist Islamo-Marxism. So it's GIMP. So we've got 5 GIMP parties in the Scottish Parliament that all follow the same agenda. The GIMPs, which is all of these parties in here, are all following the globalist agenda, and it follows down into the Marxist agenda, the Islamic agenda, but they're all effectively 5 GIMP parties led by GIMPs as well, and that's what you should start calling them, GIMPs. Never heard I told 𝘀𝗵𝗄𝗃 he was a GIMP as well in 𝘀𝗵𝗃.
This is like also, it's a mixture of all those systems. It's a bit of communism when they're saying you will own nothing, you'll be happy. So they want to remove private property, but they want to create like Uber class and just a slave class, like feudalism 2.0. So that's why you got this LTN, low traffic neighborhoods, 15-minute cities, congregating people there. So you're not allowed to move like a feudal peasant, like serf. You're just tied to land, and you have to do what you're.
No, I totally agree. They're doing it deliberately because of communism, but you're completely correct.
This is mixture, hybrid. There was technology possible to enforce that level of control.
What's your name?
My name is Radek.
Radek, I'm David. Nice to meet you. Guerrilla TV channel, come and watch us. Thanks, Radek. Thanks.
the stream was dropping for anyone that missed it to watch. It was important reaction from Scottish football for this draconian law. I thought very bad weather showed up and reaction was strong. Thank you for watching today.
Well, this is